We got a lot to talk about. DMV drama, LeBron's injury, and the NFL Combine this week. A lot of things going on. Let's go! That's what happens on a Friday night, folks, on the NYMD podcast.
You trying to say it's the Friday night main event?
What'd you say?
Is this the Friday night main event?
Yeah, this is Friday night's main event, brother. Man, I forgot to change the colors of the podcast. That's okay. You know what? I might change it about a minute. Who knows? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stream Yard, YouTube, NYMD podcast, Facebook, IG, and the Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find us. Your NY2MD podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for the downloads last week. I like it when they're in double digits. I appreciate it. So thank you, everybody, for double digiting the podcast as well. We got a lot of stuff going on. Kind of not really, maybe some stuff. But we have to start off with the favorite segment, the people segment, as I call it. The people segment.
Okay.
It is Ask Brian.
Oh, yeah. Give it to me. What you got?
This week, I was listening to 101.9 or something because I just changed the dial on everything on the radio. And
101.9 or 105.7?
101.9.
Okay.
I know what I'm saying when I said it. What's wrong with you?
No, I thought, okay. All right. Okay. Just making sure. All right.
Anywho, they had, I remember two questions. They had three.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I do remember the third one, but I don't care about that one. So now I forgot the answers, so that's gonna make it even better. They had two questions. The first one was, what was the date of the Orioles' first home game in Baltimore?
The date.
The date. And the year. The date and the year.
All right. Well, as you know, I went to the very first game played at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It was an exhibition game played against your New York Mets. It was Eddie Murray's first trip back to Baltimore in a long, long time. Then a couple days later was opening day. So, the date. I believe that date was April 2nd, 1992.
Okay, I said in Baltimore, not in Camden Yards. By the way.
Oh, hold on. Wait up. What was the question?
What was the Orioles' first home game in Baltimore? Not Camden.
Oh, the date?
Yeah. Year, date, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Thanks. The year was 1954.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was April 15th.
Oh.
1954.
Jackie Robinson Day.
Good job.
Yeah, I know the year. Yeah, I know the year. I would not know the date.
Yeah. So yeah, I do remember that. Good job. Proud of you.
Thank you.
The second question they have, so we get points for that, for Ask Brian was, of course, if I had to talk about the Orioles, I have to talk about the team we're going to be talking about shortly.
All right.
What was the day of the Ravens' first home game, professional home game in Baltimore?
Okay, the day.
Or the year too.
I actually think I know the exact date.
Okay. And where was it at as well?
All right. Shoot. All right. I think the day, and I could be wrong. This is a total guess. I think it was September 12th, 1996. It was in Memorial Stadium against the Oakland Raiders.
And all that is totally correct.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nice.
That is perfect. Yep, it was against.
And that was completely off the top of my head.
Well, yeah, I mean that was good. Now, which Raiders
were they? Are you impressed with the date though?
No, not at all.
Really, September 12th?
I mean, I know you, so
I wasn't. But the amazing thing about that is I wasn't. You got to remember, I wasn't a Ravens fan then.
No, yeah, but it was still in your town, and this is a big deal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big deal, I guess. You know, like
that's like unconscious knowledge.
And your brain isn't filled with what's the word I'm looking for? With the nonsense that mine is.
Oh, okay.
So you remember certain things like that. Well, I go back to nicknames and toys. So, you know, mine is nonsensical. This is important. So, but good job.
All right.
Good job. I'm proud of you. I'm proud. But yeah, Memorial Stadium, brother. I was here when it was there. That was cool though. It was like right in town.
Yeah, yeah.
Right up, right up the street.
33rd Street. That's right. That was right near you back then. Yeah.
It was cool going past the stadium. Kind of reminds me of like how Miami's is situated, like just in a bunch of houses around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just like kind of walk to it.
Yeah.
So for some reason, and that was the first time of me seeing it, because usually, like with every other stadium that I've ever been to, it's just a big parking lot in the stadium. You know what I mean? But this just seemed like there's like a parking lot, but you're walking from the neighborhood. So it just seems
that's
and you just, or for me, catching the bus going past it, seeing this big stadium. So I've been here a long time now, brother. So yeah, speaking of a long time, let's just get this started now. Some beef going on. Let's start with your Ravens. Again, this week in Ravens history, I don't know what's going on. People are angry at each other. It's not even Lamar right now. It is. It's always Lamar until Lamar signs or franchise or whatever they do. But what's going on in Ravens week?
Yes.
Ravens weekly.
So this was a big deal. Okay, this week was a big deal because the combine, as you know, started this week, and our GM Eric DeCosta is down at the combine. John Harbaugh, and he's also down there, and they asked to speak, right? Which was kind of shocking in Baltimore because with all the Lamar situation, people were like, wow, so they're just gonna, take questions. They're going to speak and they're going to take questions not from the local media, but from the national media, because this is the biggest story in the NFL. And they requested to speak. So everybody was waiting with bated breath to see what the heck Eric DeCosta was going to say. I was at work. I was working, and I had the press conference on my headphones while I was working.
I hope you're at work working. I was at work. I was working. Okay.
Yeah, that didn't sound
okay.
I was at work, and I had my headphones on, and I was listening to the press conference. And
see, that's me for Arsenal midweek games.
Oh,
yeah. Totally understand.
So I'm just hoping that all anybody cares about is Lamar Jackson. So I'm hoping to get any little nugget of information. Not anything really, but he's just saying he was remaining optimistic, saying he's still texting Lamar, and so I'm remaining hopeful. But people are asking him about the wide receivers, and he made some comments saying, "Yeah, we need to get better receivers," and there's different reasons why we haven't had production at the receiver positions. Sometimes it's due to the quarterback, sometimes it's due. Basically, he was trying to say the productivity is based on factors. It's based on, he said, the quarterback, but pretty much what he was saying is, you know, your receiver is only as good as your quarterback, which I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
He was also saying, durability is an issue sometimes. There could be a lot of factors, but I guess Rashad Bateman didn't take lightly to that. Lightly to that. He didn't like that at all because,
Not one bit.
yeah. But like, come on, dude. Just my thing is, chill, dude. You've been hurt both of you. You've been hurt both years. You know what I'm saying? You haven't really had the opportunity to produce. What are you? All he's doing, he's not. He wasn't saying that the Ravens receivers suck. He was just saying we could be better, and he wants to get better receivers. Not saying anything is wrong with you, but he's just trying to get better.
Wouldn't you like more than one good
Right.
receiver?
Exactly. So, but he took offense to it.
Oh
Went on Twitter and unloaded, and stop, pointing the finger and all this. Like, come on, man. Like, my thing is, this man picked you in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Like, show some respect, show some gratitude, man. You the one that's been hurt.
Some gratitude.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying this man picked you in the first round.
Yeah, and now he's dissing you.
Right.
He picked. If anything, that looks bad on him, not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really just kind of taken aback. Like, why would you think he's talking about you unless you feel like he's talking about you? Maybe there's something wrong with you.
Exactly. Like, he wasn't blaming anybody. He was just trying to,
stating facts.
Right. He's not going to come out and say I've sucked. My picks have sucked, because if he says that, then that's a reflection on you.
Yes.
But he wasn't doing that. I mean, he was trying to be as diplomatic as possible. I don't really see what the big deal was, but
there is no big deal. You know why? Because most teams have two good wide receivers. A lot of teams, not every team, but some teams do have two good wide receivers. It's okay. You know what? How about you stay healthy and play 17? Call it a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you want to be all offended for what?
That just
took me by surprise when I saw it going on Twitter, and I'm like, what's he upset about?
Yeah.
He ain't talking about you. He picked you.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that these dudes just feel like they can, just unload on social media. Unload on social media about management, man. Like, that's not good, man.
I'm tired of these paper thin, freaking, all in my feelings. Everybody, this is like, everybody's got to be Drake. Everybody's gonna be all in their feelings. Like, how about this? He says something. This is me. Again, I'm not anybody else. Yo, Eric, this bait mine. This bait mine. Were you talking about me, bro? Okay, I just kind of took it like that, yo, for real. Okay, all right, yo. Yeah, I know I've been hurt a little bit, something, you know what I mean? But I'm ready, pulling the full 17 next season. But I just want to make sure you weren't talking about me because you picked me, right? All right, cool. We cool? All right, good. Call it a day. No. What did he say? This mother. What? Did you? Come on, man. Damn. That's grow up. Damn. Let's just grow up.
You had a problem with what he says. Call him up. Talk to him.
Have you got his number? Call him.
Right. It's just, come on, man. Yeah, I'm not cool with that, man. I'm not. But to me, it just shows a bigger problem, honestly. Just like all this drama with my team, and players feel like they can do that. Like, that's a problem. When players feel like they can do that, that's a problem.
Yep.
And the Ravens, they got some things they gotta deal with, man. They gotta deal with some stuff. And not only that, but the Ravens report card came out this week. Well, all the teams' report cards. Did you know about this?
Actually, it was read to me earlier, and I guessed number 32 perfectly.
What do you mean?
It was well. You talking about a report card like facilities?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was number 32?
The team we're going to talk about next.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you want to get started, or you want me to get started?
Let's talk about. Well, again, I didn't read. I was told about it, so I wasn't sure exactly what it was. But you can tell me. I know you guys were 17 or something.
Yeah. So overall, the Ravens came in 17th, right?
Yeah, so this report card was, I think, it was the players' report card.
Yeah. So basically, the Players Association polled about 1,300 players, and they asked for their opinions for their teams in 8 different categories. Those being treatment of families, food service / nutrition, weight room, strength coaches, training room, training staff, locker room, and team travel. So those were the 8 different categories. Overall, the Ravens came in 17th overall. They got A's in locker room and team travel. They got B+ in training staff, B- in nutrition. But they got
chicken boxes. See, if Tucker wasn't doing those commercials, they wouldn't be going to wrong farms.
I know, right? I know. that's hilarious. That's pretty good, Hurt.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, man.
They got a C in training room. They got C+ in weight room. So that sounds like something they need to improve. C+ in treatment of families, which was tied for 18th in the league, which is kind of I'm curious about that one because Harbaugh is a family dude, and he's got families and kids there all the time. So I'm just curious why the players rank them so low in treatment of families. But the major thing that really stuck out was strength coaches, and I've never heard of this grade in my life. I've had F's before, but I've never had an F-. Have you had an F- before?
First of all, I think having an F is bad enough.
Right.
So let's not. So if there's F-, is there F+? That's what I mean. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there F+ to this? So can you get F+, F-? That's what I want.
Oh man,
but I know a team that got multiple F-. I believe. I know number 1 I heard was Minnesota. Number 2 was Miami. I believe on this list.
Okay.
On the opposite end of that list was a team whose primary owner, who again who's under investigation for financial misconduct by prosecutors in the state of Virginia, took out a secret $55 million loan, a credit line for the team, 16 months earlier without the knowledge and required approval of the minority partners. The other billionaires who owned the other 40% of the team at the time.
Do we know what the loan was for? Or?
I have it. First of all, why do you need it? Why did you do it? Again, because he's a shady, shiesty Schneider. That's all I can call him. And reasons of being of things like this, loans and lines of credit obtained without the approval of the board of directors violate the team's shareholder agreement, according to documents. It said that the documents show that Bank of America officials asked team executives repeatedly for proof that the board had approved the loan, but the team executives never turned over a copy of the board approval before the loan closed.
Man, your owner, man.
This is why I want him gone. And this is the reason why out of all those 8 categories, the Washington football team is 32nd.
Wow.
The last of all those things. And I couldn't remember all the categories. One of them I heard was family. And I was asked, why would the team be like an F- on family? I'm like, because they probably brought them to the game. I'm not bringing my family to the game. That's just an F right there. Like, why would you subject your family to that? Honestly, when the top of the head, so to speak, is sick, the rest of it becomes sick. And he has poisoned this franchise. And it's been like that a long time. And the only time I've been to since he's owned the team, I've been to one game. And I'm not going to go back until I'll go back for this coming season because I said I would if we play Miami and, just to go down there to do that. But hopefully by then he'll be gone. But this guy is bad business, period. Not talking about his own business and how he became a billionaire, which is great. But how he has run this team, how the shadiness is everywhere is just disgusting. It just bothers me, and I can't wait for him. I know I've said it ad nauseum. I can't wait for him to go. I mean, little things like just things that just pop up. I mean, things pop up every week with this guy. If it's not sexual conduct or allegations or taking photos of cheerleaders or people or emails or stuff of Gruden and all this other stuff, things that are leaked, him supposedly threatening other owners, him being petty with other Washington owners, him, this little $55 million loan thing without getting approval. That's who he's been from the beginning. You can't have this. You cannot have this. And I cannot wait for this team to be sold. I really can't.
Well, Hurt, let's go over some of your team grades real quick.
Okay. F minus.
Well, hold on.
F.
Let's see. Treatment of families. F.
Shocking.
Nutrition. D plus.
Ooh. Rumble sauce.
Weight room. C plus.
Oh, okay.
Strength staff. A plus.
Wow. Yeah, well, we do have some strong dudes.
Training room. F minus.
Oh, well, I guess they can't. The strength coach is good, but the room he's in sucks.
Training staff. D.
Oh.
Locker room. F minus.
Wow.
And travel. F minus. Good Lord. Wow. So, they only got, really, if they got 3 F minuses, a D plus, a C plus, and an A plus were really the only passing grades.
Yeah, I can't believe we got an A plus, but that's because of the coach.
Yeah, that's crazy. You get an A plus. You get an A plus, the highest grade you can get in one category, and you still got an F minus for
still F minus overall. That's how bad it is because we got multiple Fs.
Wow,
including the main F who owns the team. So there you go. That dude gets an F minus.
Wow. So there you go, man.
Well, switching sports and speaking of F minuses. That's the grade I give LeBron's injury. So LeBron was playing the other day against, because I was watching that game, Dallas? It was against Dallas. They were down big, too, at one point. But LeBron and AD, they came back and won that game down in Dallas. But in the third quarter, he landed funny, and he was limping the whole game. Well, some kind of tendon injury. And they're going to reevaluate. Not saying he's going to be back. They're going to reevaluate, meaning that it just needs rest currently. But reevaluate in 3 weeks. So as the Lakers are actually only a game out of the 10th playoff spot currently at 30-33, they will be without him. So they have to rely on Anthony Davis to be healthy, which he already missed one game. But they did win that game. Russell was when they got him, he got hurt like the second game. He should be coming back soon as well. So, so they got to lean on AD and Russell, not Russell Westbrook, but the other Russell that they had before they trade him away to get to this playoff spot. But again, they are currently only a game out of the 10th spot. So we'll see. But that injury couldn't come at a worse time for them. But again, I always go back to you shouldn't have to rely on a 38-year-old. That's just me. As your best player and the guy that you need to be healthy. And no matter how great he is, you should not have to rely. Come on, Knicks. Dang, nabbit. Shouldn't have to rely on a 38-year-old.
Yeah.
Knicks only have 2.
Who are they playing again?
Miami.
Okay.
So yeah, I just you can't. They played the Timberwolves tonight too. The Lakers.
So how many games are left in the season?
Well, each team has different games. The Lakers have 19? 19
Okay.
games left.
Okay, so it's not a lot of games
Yeah.
left.
So no, it's not a ton of games. Because there's 82 and they're at 63. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, no, not a lot of games left at all. So yeah, they gotta push. They gotta do it. Oh wow, the Nets actually came back and beat the Celtics.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got that alert.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowzers. The Knicks have a 1-point lead now. Come on. They're 10 games over 500 now. They've been on really good winning streaks, so I'm proud of them. But yeah, that's LeBron's injury. So with the injury maybe being evaluated in 3 weeks, what do you still give them a chance of making the playoffs, or you think
it's a wrap for the Lakers, man, because LeBron, he's holding that team together. He's the only reason why they got a shot to win games. Without him in the lineup, dude, they're not winning. And you can't count on Anthony Davis to do anything. So it's a wrap, man.
I still think they can make it in, only because I don't believe in the teams that are ahead of them. I don't believe in the Pelicans. They're wishy-washy. You know what I mean? The Timberwolves are wishy-washy as well. The Clippers gave up a big lead the other day to Golden State for some reason. They were killing them and gave up a big lead. There's just and they're only 2 games behind the Clippers. Think about that. Like, there's really, like, they're not. They could get it. If they could just kind of skate a little bit and win and beat those teams ahead of them, like they play Minnesota tonight, I believe, and win some of those games, it'll just help propel them up a little bit. But I just don't believe in all those other teams. So I think they still have a chance. So, right now, though, I say if it was 70-30 with LeBron healthy, right now I say it's 50-50. So
okay, I don't know. They're done.
We'll see. But the Wizards are still a game and a half ahead of the Bulls for that 10th spot.
Yeah, they won last night, I believe.
2 in a row so far.
All right, that's good. That's good.
So let's go, Wiz.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, that's our basketball wrap up for the week. What other sports stuff do we have? I feel like, have you watched the XFL yet?
I'm not watching the XFL.
It's so terrible. I don't even know who you are anymore.
I have no interest, none, dude.
I have enjoyed the XFL. I'm not gonna lie, I really have. It's I put it this way: this version is better than Vince McMahon's version, where they go running for the ball in the center of the field and people get dislocated shoulder. So I appreciate what The Rock is doing. I actually am enjoying it more than I thought I would, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm going to continue to support the 2-0 DC Defenders.
Oh,
so first place, baby. So we'll see.
All right, Hurt. Let's go on to baseball real quick.
Yes.
Let's talk about this pitch clock, man.
Baseball.
I know I shocked you when I sent you a text saying that 90 minutes have been reduced from baseball days.
I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, a whole 90 minutes? Dude, I was excited.
So
you lied to me. You lied. We're friends. We're a family. You lied to me. Good.
So I was ranting and raving last week because I'm a baseball purist, and I'm just like,
You think baseball hurt? That's basically how it usually goes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. But I will say, it looks like these games are getting really drastically reduced. Let's see. We had a couple games yesterday, 2 hours and 33 minutes, 2 hours, 29 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Nathan said, he told me today that one game was played in 2 hours.
Wait, what was this? Was this soccer?
So it looks like so far so good. What has been your reaction to this baseball pitch clock? If it could take a half hour off the time of a baseball game, that's great. I'm gonna tell you, I think it's good. Look, if it's really reducing games by 20, 30 minutes, yeah, I mean you gotta
Worried.
that's
Because,
good.
dude, we've watched baseball our whole lives. We all know there'd be times when it'd be the seventh inning, the pitcher comes up, looks at whatever, steps off the mound, gets to Rosenberg, whether it's to play mind games, whether he just doesn't feel like pitching at the time, whatever the case is, then he'll get back up there, shake off the catcher, then the batter steps out. Because he's like, it's taking too long. Let me adjust my gloves. Let me get this dirt out of my cleats. Let me look at the signs at the third base coach and get back in there. That's like a whole. Now, this happens multiple times during the game. And it's just like, oh my God, just come on. And some at bats could take forever. It just seems like sometimes it just takes forever. And it takes away from. There's almost, I feel like maybe again, maybe it's my attention span as I've gotten older. I know the game has changed, the different hitters, the shift was there, which I just hated the shift. Because they didn't have the shift back in the day. You didn't have that. But, I felt like when I was watching any of those baseball games, it wasn't, my whole day wasn't going.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I felt like I still had daylight. Nowadays, I feel like, you come home, you eat dinner, you watch a baseball game, you're going to bed next. That's the next thing you're doing after the baseball game's over.
Yeah.
That's how long it goes. You know what I mean? Like it's over, man. Oh, 6:30. All right, man. I feel like that's what it is. Like you can't get into local news. It's already packed. It's like, all right, I'm out. No late night shows, nothing. So anything that makes it faster. Plus, I feel like it's more compelling. Like I could probably watch 2 innings in less than 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying, baby? Yeah. Just all right, because how long does it take to get up there? When I used to play baseball again, when I pitched, I would, if I'm on a roll and I'm getting that ahead of that batter, I want to keep going. I want to keep going, and just get up there and see this. I love it because it's like, all right, I got 10 seconds. Okay. All right, go. Boom. Get the ball back. Okay. Boom. Just go. Just go. And anything. I can't wait to watch it. I really can't. Like during a regular season.
So here's the thing. And I'm not trying to be, Debbie Downer or anything like that.
Oh, not you.
But here's the thing. I'm glad that it's working in spring training. However, I would venture to say that spring training games tend to go pretty quickly anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're not really that long and drawn out anyway. So I want to see some more research when we actually get to the real games. I don't think the games are going to be. I really don't think we're going to see this drastic reduction in game time because so much. Like I said, spring training is just a different animal, man. You got minor leaguers playing. You got pitchers just working on stuff. You got some batters just swinging for everything, trying to, you know what I mean? It's just not the same. So we'll see. I don't think a lot of people taking pitches as much and stuff, but we'll see. I'm still a little skeptical, but look, anything that can drastically reduce the time of a baseball game, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, like again, I love some traditions that happen in baseball, but like after every strikeout, you gotta throw it around the infield 5 times. Throw down the second. Yes, maybe you could cut that short, throw it to the third baseman. That goes around quickly, so I don't even have an issue with that. But have a clock to it, because again, the pitcher gets to get it, walks around the mound twice, then gets back up there, and it's a whole minute later. And those minutes, because everybody does this, every inning and every batter, they all add up. So if we can just cut some of that off, even if I will take 20 minutes. But also, the pace of the game is different. I'm not going to see everybody in there doing a Fernando Valenzuela windup. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it changes a lot. No more Garcia pairing in the batter's box or outside the batter's box every 5 flipping seconds. You know, like you're just gonna go out there and play. Go out there, adjust your little cup, look down the line, get back in the box, and get set and get ready to hit. That's it. You know, all this other little stuff, and go back and I need more pine tar and you know, yes, you can throw pictures off. You can still call time if you're not set or whatever, but it's just too much.
Yeah.
So anything that can, I love baseball so much, but it's the last thing ever to change anything in sports, and it's why it's always lagging behind.
Yeah, well, they're not lagging behind anymore, Hurt, because they made a buttload of changes in the past 5 to 10 years, especially this year. So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see it in person as well. So I can't wait for that as well.
Yes, sir.
So that's all we got.
Yeah, man.
That's all we got. But stay tuned because we have our debut, because it was the debut of Survivor coming up. So our Survivor show, which will be a separate show from this, will be coming up. It'll be coming up, and don't worry, no one's going to get hurt. But thank you, everybody, for watching us here on StreamYard and YouTube. Subscribe and like. We appreciate it. Again, thank you for all the downloads. The IG page, the other pages I can't think of, Facebook, IG, Twitter, is there as well. Of course, you can always download us and follow us on Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find us, the NY the MD podcast. Hey, have a safe weekend. Sorry it's raining, sucky weather, but spring is right around the corner. We'll see you soon.
Only 18 days till spring. Yeah. Sorry, 17 days. Sorry.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Stupid rodent.